Alright, good afternoon, Vapors. This is Tyler
and Dallas
from Cloud Chaser Productions, and tonight we're here to tell you guys all about these cool new mods we got, and we're also going to be telling you guys all about this little giveaway we're doing here. My ipv3, it's in pretty good condition, 150 watt box, and the Aspire Atlantis tank's going to come along with it after I get 100 likes on my Facebook page at Cloud Chaser Productions, so make sure you check that out. It's got a big picture of a cherry bomber mechanical mod, so make sure you check that out. It's pretty cool. We've also got some information on some other mods there. I would definitely look at that. But if you have questions or comments, make sure you leave it, because we will tell you exactly how to wrap your wires if you're interested in getting into vaping, but you're not sure how. You need information on a particular setup. We can help you with that. We're still trying to figure out, some of these cool mods and stuff ourselves. So if you guys are looking into a certain mod but don't know anything about it, hit us up. Most likely we'll borrow it from somebody that owns one, or we'll buy one and we'll raffle it off, or we'll just show it off. That way you get a pretty good idea of what you want. Today, as I said, the ipv3 and the God 180 by SMY. As you can already tell by the name, it's pretty epic mod. This is Dallas's mod, so I'm going to let him kind of take the floor for a second and explain what the whole deal is.
Alright, so the whole deal about the God 180 is it has a whole nother power range setting than my friends here. A whole nother battery, which means a whole lot of power. The total wattage is 180 watts. I don't recommend that, but I'm running currently at 50 right now. We just got to wrapping this, and it is running just perfectly well now. Thing we should mention is that it has more safety features than my fellow friends here. A couple of these safety features include temperature suppressions. You reach a certain temperature, the box automatically shuts off for a set amount of time. Overtime protection, pretty much to prevent overheating of the coil, overheating of your own. It's just for your own protection, pretty much. The overtime protections vary based on the different wattage levels. 5 to 30 watts is about 10 seconds, and that's standard. And then it decreases, by 2-3 seconds per each wattage range. A couple of the things, 3 buttons here. This is the fire button, plus minus button. It is to control not only the power levels, but also the drop down menu. Drop-down menu includes the overtime protect, the power off, which you can use to do that, screen settings, vapor settings, puff info, power settings, and it includes the device info, and that's about it. It also includes the amount of puffs you've taken throughout the entire time that it has been on. It resets after you turn it off. Goes back and forth like that. I believe that's... Oh, another thing I should mention is that the other safety feature is that it only runs on a 0.5 to 0.4 ohm basis. So, 0.5 to 0.4. So anything below or above might not work. We just tried it. Anything below definitely doesn't work. I'm not sure about anything higher than 0.5.
It's just 4. It's 4 ohms.
But anyways, I shall turn it over to my friend Tyler. He shall explain his box mod.
Alright, so just to get started off, it only goes up to 150 watts. He's got an extra 30 watts on me. As I was going to say, this is one of those crazy high-tech mods. Whenever I send it out to you guys, you're also going to get the batteries that go with it. I will not be including a charger, seeing as how I only have one. You can get one online or at the vape shop in Fort Collins that I've been telling you guys about, Rocky Mountain Vapes. Check them out. They're awesome. But you can buy one there for, I think, 20 bucks, and that'll get the job done. They charge in about maybe an hour, and you've got enough to vape on for a while. Speaking of batteries, both of ours run the same type of battery. His uses 3, mine uses 2. They're 18650s by Samsung. Excellent batteries, excellent battery life. The reason his uses 3 is because it bumps out that extra power. Mine doesn't need it because I don't run it. When you do that extra software update, though, you plug it in your computer, it'll install the software. It'll bump it up to 165. That's the new update, new 165 watts. As you can see, I have 3 buttons similar, not nearly as nice of a firing mechanism, but that's the fire button, as well as the 2 wattage regulators at the bottom with a nice big LED screen. 50 watts, tells you the battery life and everything. I'm also running the Doge V2 tip. I highly recommend this. It's mass airflow, and I'm running 1 coil, as you can see right there, a very thick one, 24 gauge saber-tooth tiger wire. Now, my colleague here is running Canthal, which also is a very good brand of wire. Right here, he's running 1 26 gauge Canthal wire. Now, the wire size makes a pretty big difference whenever you're doing this, simply because if you think of it like water rushing through a pipe with electricity, the sorry about that beeping. The electricity will start to rush through, and the thicker the wire, the longer it can take to heat up, and at that point, it's not going to want to stop burning once you left the fire button. So it's really kind of inadequate. I have 20 gauge wire that I was messing with, and it was really difficult to kind of get a hold on, simply because it was so thick that it didn't really want to fit in my mod, and 2, it just was not didn't want to stop burning after I told it to stop burning. So that was kind of a pain. On the back side of this coffin that I got here, there is 2 screws. Sadly, this is not the magnetic side. ipv3s do not come with magnetic plates, as far as I've seen so far. They do come with a variety depending on who made them. They're designed by Pioneer for you, but everybody kind of throws their own little spin in. Mine does not have the charger. Some of them come with a charger slot. Mine did not. I didn't notice that when I purchased it, but whatever. So you just gotta unscrew it, slop the batteries in there, and you're good to go for a couple days. There's a 510 pin on the top, it's similar with his. That way you can fit all the classic RDAs and stuff in there. He's running a Vulcan V2. I'm running the Doge. He's also using a glass top that I purchased the other day, which is extremely useful, again, from Rocky Mountain Vapes. Mass airflow, and it's kind of nice because you can see the vapor and stuff, and you can tell when your liquid's coming down. That way, you know, it's not like mine where you have to kind of pop the cap off to see what's going on. Although I do have a wide bore, it still isn't quite the same. So we're going to kind of go, and we're going to give you a good puff from both of ours, and we're going to give you kind of an a competition to show which one you think. Mine's running a different kind of microchip than his is. So we'll just see which one's burning. We're both going to hit it at 50 watts, and we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, they both hit pretty good. As we told you earlier, airflow equals happiness, so make sure you get a lot of airflow. Less airflow is better for flavor, but again, you know, if you got too much wattage going through a coil and you don't have enough airflow, you're going to wish you hadn't hitting that. Oh, something else real quick before we get too carried away here. We're not using standard cotton. In case you didn't notice, it's a little bit darker. Looks kind of like belly button lint. We're using this type of cotton we found the other day called, they're calling it Egyptian cotton. I've been using it for a while now, and in my opinion it absorbs a lot better. It also doesn't burn nearly as easy. It makes it a much cleaner burn, which is really nice. Even when you hit it and you hit it dry, it isn't nearly as bad as hitting it on regular cotton.
And I've especially noticed this difference because, as we explained, I was on this before compared to this. This one isn't running a cotton-based absorber, and therefore the flavor wasn't as clean as this one is. I can tell you from experience that this, if you use real cotton and a dripper, a better taste altogether.
Yeah, drippers are pretty good for taste, but then you've got the functionality problem of the tank, which is where you can't store as much liquid. Luckily on his Vulcan V2 he has a 3mm well on it, or milliliter, I apologize for that. So he doesn't have to fill it up nearly as much as you do for my Doge, because my Doge's got like a 1ml, if even that. So his can hold a lot more liquid than mine can. Coming up in the next week or two, we're both going to be trying out some new products from Kangertech. I plan on buying the what is it called? The Aerotank Clearomizer Turbo, which runs with 4 coils as compared to the one that I've got here. It's an actual tank. It's pretty beefy. And I think he might check out the Kangertech nano, which is going to be really interesting. And then hopefully by then we'll also be
showing off some mechs.
We'll be showing off my brother's mech, the AR-03, which is a mechanical mod with a Mephisto tip on it made by El Diablo. That's pretty neat. If you guys haven't seen that, check out the V2. That's what he's running. I would definitely give that a quick shout out because bought that for pretty cheap over there at that vape store. So for anybody, if you have any questions or comments, in this next week I'm going to have my friend Jason send in a video. He's going to teach you boys how to, ladies and gentlemen, how to wrap some pretty beefy wires. I've seen him wrap some pretty incredible things, and even if you guys aren't really happy with that and you want to see it firsthand, definitely go check out Rocky Mountain Vapes in Fort Collins. The guy there is a genius with wire. I've seen him do all kinds of crazy things. I did see the other day a tutorial on somebody who wrapped 5-post. Right, this was only a 3-post. This is only a 3. I saw a 5-post with 8 coils in it. Why you'd need 8 coils, I'll never know. But I'll tell you what, if you need something crazy like that, you want to see like an octopus wick or something, you tell that guy up there and he'll wrap it for you in a heartbeat. Again, though, if you have questions or comments, make sure you talk to me or Dallas. Post on the page, post on our pages. We're also going to have a YouTube channel, so make sure you like and subscribe to that. And make sure you tell your friends, because at 100 likes, you get this with a nice little tank on it. So make sure you guys get out there and you show everybody. But again, man, stay strong, vape on.